Welcome to my lair, guys. So it's January, which means the start of another anime season. So today we're gonna be checking out a new show called My Dressed Up Darling. Well, let's check it out. Oh, and just in case, I'll just throw it in a spoiler warning, just to warn ya. So the show began with the flashback of Wakana Gojo here, admiring his grandpa's work of the Hina dolls. And you gotta admit, those Hina dolls, they're a great work of art. Just think of the craftsmanship that goes behind making all those clothes, and then the doll figure, and then you have to attach the clothes on it. So anyways, Gojo then goes and try to make these Hina dolls by himself until I guess this girl is like his friend or something, and she told him how creepy it was. Guys aren't supposed to like dolls. Okay, so basically societal norm versus what you're really passionate about. Anyway, fast forward, Gojo is now in high school and he and his grandpa is having breakfast together and having a casual chat when suddenly his grandpa brought up the topic of if he had any friends in high school yet. Okay, so we learn right here that Gojo is kind of a loner. Now, his grandpa thinks that he's been way too engrossed in his hobbies, that he's not making any friends, but I think it's really that girl telling him off that's preventing him from trying to get into any social group. Now, I don't know how close that girl is to Gojo, but getting told off that your hobby's weird like that kind of puts you off from getting to talk about your hobby with anybody else. And we see that Gojo is a loner in this scene when he's in the classroom, not talking to anybody. He goes on a monologue how he doesn't have any common interest with anybody since all he does is make Hina dolls. And then this happened. Geez, that's gotta hurt there. Wonder what she was been doing with her friends that sent her flying in like that. Well, there's just a story about girl meets boy, and the girl really did come crashing down on him. Well, what an entrance for our secondary protagonist here, Marin Kitagawa. So they start talking for the first time, and oh boy, Gojo here is so socially awkward in front of Marin here. He's probably just a little shy because such a pretty girl is talking to him for the first time. Anyway, moving on. So based on the Marin's conversation with her friend, we learned that she is a very outspoken girl. She's not afraid to talk about her hobbies with her friends, and she doesn't take any nonsense from anybody that tries to diss her hobby. Compared to Gojo, which would rather bottle up his feelings about his hobbies. And we found out in the next scene here that Gojo is kind of a pushover. I mean, those guys just wanted to go have fun and make him do all the work for them. You think he's being nice, but he's really not. He's just being a pushover. You know, someone really need to tell them that.
自分の気持ちは自分のために言わなきゃダメだよ。
Thanks, Marin. Gojo really needed to hear that. Fast forward a few days later, Gojo is making clothes for his Hina dolls when his sewing machine broke. So he decided to use the sewing machine at his school. And here comes the fateful encounter with Marin. I'm sure she's surprised to find out that the quiet Gojo has such a hobby. And based on his track record from the last time someone his age found out about his hobby, he just assumed that it's just over between him and her. But instead of dissing him, she instead praises him for how well he can use a sewing machine. And she even complimented the Hina doll hat that Gojo had with him. So when Gojo said that he only knows how to make the clothes for the Hina doll, that's what caught Marin's attention. And she started undressing to change into her cosplay that she had with her. Well, Marin, it's a good thing that Gojo is the pushover and won't do anything to you while you're changing. Well, Marin's new getup confuses Gojo a bit since she's not an anime fan, so she had to show him the picture of the character she was cosplaying as. And then Gojo made this funny shock expression when he compared the clothes that the character was wearing to what Marin was wearing. And he started critiquing her craftsmanship really hard. That almost made her cry, actually. So then Marin started going on about cosplay, which Gojo here is not an anime fan, has no idea what she's talking about. So even though we don't hear Marin's internal monologue, but from what we can see, she is a very expressive person. Yeah, so she just talks about her hobby, even though people have no idea what she's talking about, but they just like her company. She's just cheerful and all. And it's that honesty about her that really impresses Gojo, since that's something that he hasn't been doing. He just keeps hiding about his hobby and not being honest to himself or with the people around him. So when she asked him to help her make her cosplay costume, it really came through to him. So he accepts her offer to help her make her cosplay, and that's when the episode ends. So cue the ending. So overall, great introduction to the series. Although Gojo doesn't have very much self-confidence in himself, but he is very skillful in his craft. So that's something he can help Mari grow as a person. Mari, on the other hand, has a lot of self-confidence in herself. She's not afraid to express her hobby and talk about things that she likes to her friends and people around her. So that's something she can help Gojo with to gain more self-confidence. And what she told him in the classroom about speaking up about his feeling really stick to him, since the episode keep going back to that one scene. So both Mari and Gojo each have something that the other one is missing. And let's see how their character progresses as the series move through. So guys, I hope you enjoy the videos and hear my thoughts about the show. Be sure to leave a comment on what you thought about the first episode of My Dressed Up Darling. And if there's any good shows this season that you would recommend, I would like to hear it. And if you guys enjoy the video, please leave a like, turn on notification, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.